Well, 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 it's good to be home. Thank you, my dear friend Irfan Ali, for inviting me here today. Let me just say, my mother used to say to me, live up to your ancestors' prayers. That's what she used to say. And when she said that, she was evoking right back to where Guyana started. I stand here, yes, as UK Foreign Secretary, but as someone who is proud to have parents who made their lives, or their lives begun, in West Coast Berbice. And thinking back to my ancestors, I was asked back in 2007 by the Science Museum in the United Kingdom. They asked me to take a DNA test to find out where my African ancestors came from. And so I took the DNA test. They came from a country called Niger. They came from a country called Angola. They came from the great country of South Africa. They came from the country of Sierra Leone. They came from the country of Calcutta, city of Calcutta. And they came from Scotland. I wonder what the Scots were doing. And so when I stand here, I think of the many family and surnames that make up me here standing before you. My family are made up of Semples. Anyone know any Semples in New Amsterdam? My family are made up of Johnsons, of Grants, of Haynes, of Allen, and they stem largely from the great West Coast Berbice town of Hope Town. But my grandmother, my mother's mother, is buried here in New Amsterdam. So it is a great pleasure to be here with you on Emancipation Day, to think about the struggles of Guyanese people and those that threw off bondage and created this great country, to think of how beautiful this country is when you see the many peoples that make it up, and how one Guyana really has to mean something, particularly at this point in history. And I want you to know that when I am standing up in the UK, I am standing up proud because of people in this place, this country, that forged and made me who I am today. Thank you very much indeed.
Happy Emancipation to one and all from the Congo-Nayo Cultural Foundation. This is the youths of the future. So Congo-Nayo drum is in good hands. We're in the hands of the youths. So rock back and just listen carefully.
President, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali.
Please have your seats. Thank you very much. I promise you I will not be too long. My dear friend, the Foreign Secretary of UK, but today here as a friend, as a great product of our heritage, and here today to honor the land that shaped very much what he represents. We want you to know that we are very proud of your work, your commitment, and extremely grateful for the fact that you remain grateful to the land that played such an instrumental role in your life. Our dear High Commissioner, members of Cabinet, leaders of our African community, brothers and sisters, my fellow Guyanese, as the golden sun ascends over our emerald rainforests and glimmers upon our mighty rivers, Berbice, Demerara, and Essequibo, we stand together at the threshold of promise, a living testament of freedom's enduring light. On this Emancipation Day, we honor the indomitable spirit of our African forebears, who in the crucible of bondage kindled the flame of dignity that still guides our nation. The American poet Maya Angelou reminds us, and I quote, "History, despite its wrenching pain, cannot be unlived," end of quote. Yet, here and now, we write a brighter chapter. One she dared us to imagine. We bow our heads to their suffering, every lash upon the back, every tear shed in the dark. And yet they rose, transforming plantation fields of despair into national foundation of hope. In the words of Martin Luther King, Jr., and I quote, "Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood. It is that rock upon which we build today. Many hands weave our story. African sons and daughters who broke the chains. East Indian men and women who tilled the soil with endurance. Indigenous, Portuguese and Chinese people were integral to the struggle to make this land the place we all love and call home. As Nelson Mandela taught us, and I quote, to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. End of quote. Emancipation is our clarion call to extend that freedom, to extend that freedom's promise, so that every child in Bartica, every farmer in Berbice, and every entrepreneur in Georgetown walks unshackled into opportunity. What kind of nation will we be if we let old divisions shadow our shared destiny? Martin Carter, whose words beat like drum of our collective heart, charged us, and I quote, "Let the rivers run free. Let our people rise." End of quote. Today, river and people alike answer his clarion call. We affirm that diversity is not a barrier in our one Guyana, but our greatest springboard. From freedom, from which we can leap together into a future that is bright, that is vibrant, that is prosperous for everyone. So let us recommit here and now to continuing to build a one Guyana society, a flourishing economy, and a strong nation that will resist its enemies without and embrace its people within. We want a united Guyana where every child of whatever racial origin enjoys world-class education and health care. We want a united Guyana where modern roads and digital highways connect every village, ensuring no community is left behind. We want a united Guyana where partnerships between government, business, and civil society unlock jobs, bolster agriculture and aquaculture, and celebrate our cultural wealth. We want a united Guyana where justice prevails and rights are sacred, so that one of our people and no one of our people, not a single one of our people, is captive to poverty, prejudice, or despair. Maya Angelou warned, and I quote, "We may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated." End of quote. Let that be our rallying cry. Let freedom ring from the Kanuku Mountains to the shell beaches, coral shores. Let it ring in our laws, in our schools, and in the chambers of every institution. Let freedom ring. Let us today commit ourselves to a future that brings people together. A future in which every Guyanese heart beat together as one. In every home, in every place of work, in every place of worship. Let us join hands so that together we might write the next glorious verse of our one Guyana's nation. Let us move forward indivisible and unbowed, carrying the legacy of those who came before us into a radiant and prosperous future. On this Emancipation Day, may God bless our African brothers and sisters, our homeland, our one Guyana. Here in this region, in Region 6, You will have a future you cannot even imagine. A future that is going to be boundless in opportunity. A future in which every single Barbadian will rise in prosperity. But I want that rise to be one of unity, love, togetherness. One in which we hold each other, we uplift each other. One in which the good of one is the good for all. One in which the pain of one is the pain for all. The future of this region is unimaginable. You cannot imagine what lies ahead of you. A development bank that will support the aspiration of every young family. $200 million in a development bank that would support the entrepreneurship spirit of every single young family. Small business development support, direct transfer to ensure every single family not only own their own home, own their own land, but own your own homes. And for those who have homes, supporting you to improve your homes. Investment to ensure you have the best quality education, health, water, a level of service that is filled with dignity, honor, and pride. Infrastructure, recreational facilities that is synonymous with what our ancestors fought for. In your life, their dreams will be lived. In your lives, their sacrifice will be honored. In your lives, their selfless sacrifice will be celebrated. And in your lives, their ultimate prize for freedom, honor, and dignity of humanity will live on forever. Because you and us will be the inheritors of their work, their sacrifice, and their bondage. Every family will see income, will see resources transferred directly to them to ease the burdens of cost of living. Investment in culture, recreation, spirituality, civic education, and societal development is critical in creating that rounded national citizen who is not only looking at life measured in material things, but life measured in our level of civility, our level of spirituality, our level of culture. And that is why this organization is such an important part of who we are. And Ms. Trim, you and your organization and all those who help you, we honor you. I ask all of us to give this organization a resounding round of applause. Because prosperity, peace, and dignity is not only about material wealth. It is about emotional investment. It is about emotional connection. It's about cultural connectivity that all adds up to shape who we are as a nation. Today I want to assure you that I will continue to work relentlessly hard until every community across this country is united and in admiration of your work, the Konganaya Group, your work among young people is enormous. And I'm committing $1 million, 1 million Guyana dollars for the further development of your group. And OSHAG, this important organization, has embraced young people. Your ambassadorial program is second to none. Your investment in young people, championing the cause of young people is most admirable. That is why we will also support your ambassadorial program with a $1.5 million grant. We honor your time. We honor your sacrifices. Auntie, you don't get none? Our ancestors taught us to be so grateful for everything that we have around us. Grateful for life itself. What our children enjoy from the sacrifices of our ancestors. Our ancestors never had the luxury of free education. They never had the luxury that we have today. Come in the rest of the world. Our brothers and sisters in Haiti who paid for their freedom and still are not freed and still does not enjoy the freedom of a free economy. The freedom that has been fought for, and people are not even free to eat and drink in Palestine. They're not free to have food that is placed before them. They're not even free to collect food that is dropped. Like if you're feeding animals on the road. We still live in a world of such immense suffering when people are still held in bondage, when their rights are trampled upon, when their dignity has no honor, when food for them, when water, when parents force themselves to cry so that their tears become water to quench the thirst of their children in Gaza. This is still the world. Think about these parents. That there are parents in the world today that are forcing themselves to cry so their tears will become water to quench the thirst of their dying child. And we don't have much to be grateful for. And we don't have much to be thankful for. Our ancestors went through it. The sacrifice of the African ancestors is part of my journey and every Guyanese journey because they give us this freedom. No one can tell me that I am not an inheritor of their sacrifice because every Guyanese are inheritors of their sacrifice, their pains, and their joys. So today, this evening, I salute all of you. I salute the organizers and especially young people who are taking forward this tradition of honoring our ancestors. May God bless all of us. And may God inspire us to lead and to be agents of change. And may God create a path for those who still live in bondage and indignity, whether in Gaza or Haiti. May God inspire world leaders to be equal in the way they treat all of humanity. May leaders be inspired to be agent of good and not agent of destruction. May God bless all of us. Thank you.
Ms. Archer, on behalf of the Organization for Social and Health Advancement in Guyana, the Regional Democratic Council, and all of us present here, we'd like to present you with this award for your hard work and keeping culture alive. And we want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for passing down some of our culture, that the young people in the community can continue to do what you have done previously. Thank you. We're going to taking it from you. Yeah? No, don't go yet. Just stand a minute. Where is,
Is everyone sitting comfortably? If you are, if you're not, I suggest you do. Brace yourselves for this, because as we move forward in our awards and we acknowledge the contribution and we acknowledge and we recognize their efforts, His Excellency Dr. Irfan Ali has decided that merely offering these awards is not sufficient enough, not for the work that these people have been doing. And so this afternoon, he has committed to add 100,000 Guyana dollars to every awardee in the room this afternoon. Folks, I recommend of you, make some noise, everybody. Giving credit where credit is due. Can you find a leadership that is better than that?
East Berbice Quarantine, we thank you.
And as we move forward, let us put our hands together for a legendary individual who is also our local author. Put your hands together for Miss Stephanie Bowery.
Recognition of your exemplary service to the upliftment of arts and culture in Region Number 6, East Berbice Quarantine, we thank you for your kind contribution.
And as we move down the line, let us welcome our brother, Mr. Rasledge James, better known as Brother Konganawa.
Mr. James, thank you for your service in arts, the upliftment of the culture in drumming, and to take the culture forward with your youths. We applaud you for your service. Thank you.
Posthumously on behalf of her father. And I want to thank you for your father's contribution to the arts and culture in Guyana. I hope you keep this safe. You pass it down to the young ones in your family so that they can recognize their grandfather and great-grandfather's contribution. And thank you. Mr. President, I'd like to invite you to take a picture with the team. Yeah? We should get 2 more awards. 2 more? Okay, Mr. Lamy. The group has just saying to me that an award was added for Mr. David Lamy. The young ambassadors of OSHAG is presenting you with a sculpture that you can take right back to England and hold us there, Berbice. All Barbician. This is from all of us to you, Mr. Lamy, and thank you. Yeah. And not to forget our dear president. There is one young man in New Amsterdam that did this sculpture, and it is with Guyana's wood, and he wanted me to ensure that it's passed on to you through OSHAG. And thank you, Mr. President.
Photograph now. I'd like to invite Dr. Singh and Dr. Ramsamy for a... There's no greater feeling than recognition. As mentioned before, once you've given your efforts and it can be recognized, you know you're working and working well. Put your hands together for the awardees, everybody. These are the individuals that's taking us to the next level.